I'm Serena Dougal. I've lived in this house for nearly 40 years. I first became aware of what I'll call the crisis that we are experiencing at the moment back in 1973 when I read a book called Limits to Growth. And at that time I joined Greenpeace and started to change my lifestyle. So when I moved into this house in 1983, I decided that I wanted to make it as eco as I possibly could and to live a lifestyle that was as close to what is now called carbon neutral as I could manage. And I've been working on it for the last 40 years. The first thing I did was to put a parkway into this kitchen, which would then heat the water and the radiators in the bedrooms and a towel rail in the bathroom. So that was number one. And I still use a wood central heating boiler, which is much upgraded now, and will also do the radiators downstairs using a pump. So that has gone through 2 different stages. The council did the cavity wall insulation. That was back in the mid to late 80s, I think, maybe the early 90s that they did that. And I, at that point, also transformed the loft into a little place where my teenage daughter could then have her own bedroom separate from her sister. And we moved the insulation that was between the rafters to up under the roof and plasterboarded it off. Since then, because that never really worked very well, we've added extra insulation and another skin to make the roof so that essentially in the winter it stays warm up in the loft and in the summer it's not too hot. That was after I bought the house, we did that, and also since I bought the house we have put in the double glazing. So bit by bit all of the windows have been transformed into double glazed with proper draft proofing, and the final thing was to do the porch, which is now like a double skin, the front door, and then a super glazed outside, which means I can open the front door and all the sun and light comes in through the day, which heats the house. Basically the house is now heated by solar one way or the other. And in the meantime the PV panels are put up, and that means that all of my electricity needs now come from my own panel.